How does it feel sitting in a courtroom as a free man today?
It feels great.
It's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing.
Right now, I'm sitting in the courtroom physically free. If anybody needs to know, it's free. I'm not on probation. I'm not on parole. I owe nobody. I can actually do anything I choose to want to do, and I'm actually doing it.
Well, it feels great to sit in this courtroom as a free man because I would never think that I would voluntarily do this. And to be in here and it's just looking around is kind of overwhelming and emotional.
When they're arrested, they go they have the option of either doing the drug court program or just going the regular way. And after that, once they join this program, we go through 3 different courses as the individual, family, and community. The commissioner normally gives them different assignments and different things to help push the accountability, habilitation, to get them to see changes and start something new in their way of thinking. And as they go on, they get phased up to different levels as they accomplish these goals that are set in front of them and challenges as they get past them and accomplish them. It's enabling us to be able to address their issues differently and address what their real issue is, whether it's a drug problem, a substance abuse problem, or sometimes it's not. They don't have a substance abuse problem. Sometimes they have a criminal behavior problem. Almost all of this is about addressing their way of thinking, how they're viewing things, because before it's just based off of their environment and what they were taught there, and that's how they look at things. This is how you get by, this is how you overcome, this is what we do, because that's what they develop their identities up under fake love and hood stars and hood heroes that were father figures, and they got from them their identity from drug dealers and pimps and hustlers and robbers and gangsters. Matter of fact, these are lies. You were misled. They don't know they were misled. They're not looking at it like that. You were misled. You were miseducated. You were taught the wrong thing. And I'm not here to blame the person who taught you, because maybe they were taught the wrong thing, but they passed the wrong information down to you. And we're here to kind of break those walls down, knock those barriers down. Like, no, there's more to you. You should think before you act. If somebody says this to you, it doesn't mean you got to automatically retaliate it. That's what a man does. While we address what is manhood, what does a father look like? What does a husband do? How important is education? You had to learn the game. You had to put work in. You had to work late hours to get, and you had to even do some things that another person would not do to get to where you're trying to get. That might be a little more scarier, take a little more risk. And so we flip it. We're gonna speak their language to them and explain to him that on this same side, yeah, you start off at $10, but your family, you still have your family. This is more important. This is important. And also you just have to take those same risks that you took over here while you keep your family, while you keeping your home, while you're keeping your freedom, while you're able to still have a relationship and be all those things with morals and character. But you still just gonna have to take risks that the others wouldn't take. Just kind of counter the culture, if that makes sense. The same way, okay, yeah, you put in late hours, you up to 9 a.m. selling work. Okay, well, now that you're trying to be a father and you want to no longer make 10, you want to get to $20. Well, maybe you need to go back to school. If you was able to stay up to 9 a.m. selling drugs, then you can go to work and stay up and take a course and still be and something to add on to you to make you a better person and letting them know you can do it. One of my favorite topics that we have is the high cost of low living, which challenges the guys, and they say the way that they look at things has changed, the way they view their options has changed, the way they balance out their decision making, that has changed. And even with the group called the high cost of low living, where it addresses whether I'm going to deal drugs, I'm going to rob this person, or even before I get ready to engage with someone and have a child, the high cost of low living, the high cost of it, what all involves in this, and meaning I'm going to be an absent father, I'm going to be in and out of prison, I may become a drug addict, I'm going to end up dropping out of school, I'm not going to have a college degree, It's gonna be hard for me, even though I made all this money. When I get out of prison, it's gonna be hard for me to get a good job. It's gonna be hard to get a job, period. And then when I do get one, it's gonna be one that I still am not making enough money to get by, you know. And so, and people don't really want to hire me also based on the offense that I had. Your issues are gonna be addressed specifically. They've done studies, works to understand you specifically, you know, what you need specifically and the barriers that you keep running into. You have nothing to lose because all you're gonna do is learn over it. We're gonna help knock those barriers down, that way of thinking down, where you come from, all of that. We're gonna help you see who you truly are. Over on the other side, I'm not saying that it can't work, but this right here is a little more personal. It's a little more engaged. You know, you have a case manager, you have somebody working with you, you have someone working with you to help you accomplish your goals.
I left work. I was tired. My daughter's birthday. I leave Six Flags. I got to be at work. I work 12 hours. On my break, I fall asleep at work outside. I lose my job. In a wallow of self-pity, I snorted 2 lines of some heroin. I nodded off at the light on Kings Highway and across from the old churches. I look up, police right there on me. Search my car, they find some more drugs, some more beans. Before I know it, I'm already on parole. I asked my lawyer, if you could, you know, you see I have nothing but drug convictions, see if you can give me some help. And he said, what about drug court? I ain't know nothing about it. I did a little research. They said it's real intense, it's real hard, it's, you know, but if you want to go home, here go a route. You know, so I took that route. They're gonna give you a strict recommend. Do A, B, C, and D. If you listen to them wholeheartedly, give it a shot. I always tell my kids, you want to do what you want to do. No, they don't work. Give your daddy way a shot. I'm telling y'all, give this a shot. Just a wholeheartedly attempt. Don't smoke. Don't be around nobody. When you got to go to class, tell the truth. You ain't everybody in the same predicament you in. Everybody almost know exactly the things you've been through. It may not be tip for tap, but we all been around this table. For me, it was, do I want to be a daddy or do I want to run the streets? I can't do both, because if I'm running the streets, I ain't caring what my kids think. If I'm caring what my kids think, I can't run the street because I ain't got no time, because I got to work. Got to be bothered with them, gymnastics practice, basketball practice, football practice, STEM practice. Everybody got something going on. I don't want to have to worry about police pulling me over and something gonna go wrong. Or I don't have to worry about having to answer to my kids, Daddy, why you in jail? Or Daddy, why you not hurt?
The journey at the beginning was rough, but you know, getting arrested was like a blessing in disguise for me, because you know, I needed to see different things and know that I could live a great life. Drug court really is good with giving you a new way of life and showing your foundation. Sometimes, you know, we would feel like it's a little worse with corporal punishment, but you know, it helps out a lot. If you're really serious about this, try drug court, because I was like really tired and I really wanted to do something different with my life. So, you know, drug court really would be good for that if you're really serious about it. I would have never had a business being a user. Being an addict under, you know, it wouldn't work. Everything you touch turns into dust. I'm happy I'm venturing out and I'm living life now.
Well, it took me out the streets. That's one thing. It stopped me doing a lot of slick stuff, you know. I was always a manipulator, so I've changed a lot at 55 years old. It will help you if you let it help you. But try to come in and get it. Just because you're here at drug court to get out of jail, you got to do something with the drug court, because you got people here that's going to help you. And when you get you a program of people, I say a network, you're able to contact someone if you think you're going to be in a problem or some occurred where you think you feel like getting high or something. You have someone to call. So I'm able to see her maybe 2 or 3 times a day, and it helps because it was a time that she had been on life support, and if I would have been still using, she could have left her. But now that I've got my life together and I'm staying clean, as you can see, it's helping. She said something, made a statement. Man, I am so glad you got yourself together. So that's a plus.
Views have continually did the same thing with the same outcome. Why not try something different? When I started out, it just was real like on the road of destruction, battling substance abuse, criminal activity, friends, authority. So I had to be more submissive because I took the program, and then overall I wanted to be out here. So for my family and me first and foremost, as you start evolving in a program, it get easier. You get more trust, and that's just like life. As you start doing things routinely, life get a little more, I ain't gonna say easier, but you can manage it more. It's best to get it together early. If you can get it together right now, the sky's the limit. You know, you might have a small little bump in the road. Just look at everything in your past as your bump in the road. You can reinvent yourself overnight and let it be for positivity and to be a better person in life. POs I had in the past, and they heard that I could please their program, they heart nearly dropped, because when I started out, it just was real like on the road of destruction. Everything turned into where I am now, a productive citizen. First and foremost, being a father, brother, son, all that, like, and no, my mama ain't gotta go thinking about me on my mind, on her mind, like, what is he doing? Is he doing this and doing that? So that's a relief to me first and those around me. So you can imagine the burden I was putting on the people who love me.
And then at the end, there's a huge ceremony at the courthouse when they're all lined up amongst their peers and different workers in the community, and they're celebrated, given awards and plaques, and able to give their testimony about the recovery story. You have nothing to lose. You have everything to gain. You have options to gain. You know, you have chain breaking to gain. You have a new way of thinking to gain.
I ain't been in prison in 4 years. I know about heart I'm gonna know for the rest of my life, and I ain't worried about going to jail again.
You're only gaining, like I said, I'm like own business now. I'm like feeling great, you know, everything.
Drug court it'll help anybody.
You have nothing to lose. No, you don't have nothing to lose. You might lose time, but you're gonna develop structure.